Have you ever gotten up in the middle of the night to get a glass of water and suddenly found yourself reaching for the wall just to feel a little steadier on your feet? Maybe you've noticed that your balance isn't quite what it used to be, or that everyday things like bending down or stepping into the bathtub now feel a bit risky. If that sounds familiar, you're definitely not alone. As we get older, our homes, those cozy places we've lived in for years, can quietly turn into obstacle courses. It's not something most of us think about when we're in our 30s or 40s, but once we hit 65 and beyond, even the smallest things, a loose rug, a dim hallway, a slippery shower, can become serious hazards. And the truth is, a fall or injury at this stage in life can take much longer to recover from. That's why we're having this conversation today. You see, the goal isn't to live in fear of accidents, but to outsmart them. And the great news, with just a few smart, simple home modifications, you can eliminate up to 90% of the most common household accidents. That means more confidence in your everyday life, more independence, and more peace of mind for both you and your loved ones. So let's talk about what really matters. Not just staying safe, but feeling secure in your own space every single day. We're going to look at 4 powerful changes you can make right now that don't require a full home renovation or a huge budget, and they can make all the difference. Let's begin with something we all do every single day, often without even thinking about it, walking around the house. Now, I want you to think about the floors in your home, that hallway from your bedroom to the bathroom, the living room carpet, the kitchen tile. These may feel harmless, but they're actually one of the biggest culprits when it comes to household falls. Loose rugs, uneven flooring, or just plain slippery surfaces can trip you up before you even realize it. That's why the first and maybe most important modification is all about reducing those tripping hazards. And this is where I want to encourage you to walk through your home with fresh eyes. Imagine you're seeing it for the first time, or better yet, imagine a friend or family member coming over who needs extra support walking. What would you change? Start by removing or securing any throw rugs. Yes, even the beautiful one in your hallway that you've had for 20 years. If it curls up at the corners, or if it shifts when you walk over it, it's got to go or be anchored properly with non-slip backing. Those few inches of rug can make all the difference between a steady step and a dangerous fall. Next, check for clutter, cords running across the floor, low furniture, baskets, even shoes left by the door. It's amazing how quickly these little things add up to big risks. Clear walkways give you freedom to move confidently, especially at night or when you're tired. And speaking of night, that brings us to lighting. Because even the cleanest, clearest path can be risky if you can't see it. Let me ask, how well lit is your hallway at 3 a.m.? How about your stairway, or the corners of your kitchen when you go in for a snack? Poor lighting is one of the most overlooked causes of accidents at home. As we age, our eyes need more light to see clearly, especially in low light conditions. Yet many homes still rely on the same dim bulbs and outdated fixtures they've had for decades. So, the second smart modification is to upgrade your lighting. This doesn't mean turning your home into a stadium. It just means being strategic. Add soft, motion-activated night lights in hallways, bathrooms, and near stairs. These are affordable, easy to install, and make a huge difference. Place brighter, energy-efficient LED bulbs in key fixtures, particularly where you read, cook, or move around often. One tip I always share: walk through your home during the evening with the lights off and note where you instinctively feel unsure or cautious. That's where lighting upgrades are most needed. Now, while lighting and floor safety are essential, there's one spot in the home that deserves its own spotlight: the bathroom. If you've ever stepped into a wet tub or leaned a little too far over to grab a towel, you know just how tricky and honestly dangerous this space can be. So the third change is all about making your bathroom safer, starting with the addition of grab bars. And no, these don't have to look like something out of a hospital. These days, you can find sleek, stylish grab bars that actually match your bathroom decor. But function always comes first. Install one by the toilet, one inside the shower or tub, and another just outside it. These bars give you a solid place to steady yourself when getting in or out, especially when everything's wet and slippery. I know some folks feel reluctant about making these changes. Maybe they think it makes them look old, or like they're admitting defeat. But here's the truth. Installing grab bars doesn't mean you're weak. It means you're smart. It means you're investing in your independence. And if it keeps you from one bad fall, it's more than worth it. While you're looking at the bathroom, take a moment to consider the type of flooring you have in there. Smooth tile might look beautiful, but it's like ice when wet. Non-slip mats inside and just outside the shower can add a layer of safety instantly. And again, this isn't about stripping away the comfort of your home. It's about making it work better for you. When you make these changes, something amazing happens. You begin to move differently, with more confidence, less hesitation, and that changes your whole experience of home. So far, we've looked at modifying your floors, improving lighting, and making your bathroom safer, all of which can dramatically lower your risk of falling or getting hurt at home. These aren't big, flashy renovations. They're small, thoughtful shifts that prioritize your safety and independence. Now that we've touched on these key areas, let's keep going, because there's one more change that's just as important. There's one more change that's just as important, and it might be the one we least expect. Because while we've talked about things we can see, like rugs and lighting and bathrooms, this next one is more about how we move through the home and how our bodies handle it. Let's talk about stairs. If you live in a house with steps, even just a couple leading to the front door, then you already know how challenging they can become. Maybe you used to zip up and down them without a second thought, carrying groceries or laundry, sometimes even barefoot. But over time, those stairs start to feel steeper. Your knees don't bend quite as easily. Your balance might feel just a little off. And suddenly, what used to be a routine becomes a risk. Now, I'm not saying you need to move into a single-story home, although that is something some people choose. But what I'm saying is this. With a few smart changes, your stairs don't have to be scary. They can still be part of a safe, supportive home. Start with your handrails. And I don't mean just on one side. I'm talking both sides, top to bottom, secure and strong. Too many homes were built with just one rail, and maybe it was fine when you were 30, but now? You want that extra support? A second handrail gives you balance from both sides. It gives you something to hold on to whether you're going up or coming down. And it makes a huge difference in your confidence on those stairs. Also, check how solid those handrails really are. Are they wobbly? Loose? If so, it's time to fix that. You want to feel like you could put your full weight on that railing and know it'll hold you steady. That kind of security is priceless, and it's worth every screw and bracket it takes. While we're on the stairs, take a close look at the steps themselves. Are they slick? Is the carpeting worn out in the middle where your foot lands? Are the edges hard to see, especially in low light? These are little details that don't seem urgent, until one day they are. Adding stair treads, those non-slip strips that go on each step, can give your feet extra grip and reduce the chance of slipping. They're easy to install and come in neutral colors that blend right in with your decor. Some even glow in the dark, which is a bonus for nighttime safety. If your steps are bare wood or tile, even more reason to add them. And while you're at it, make sure there's good lighting on the stairs too. A simple overhead light or motion-activated wall sconce can turn a shadowy staircase into a safe path. Now maybe you're thinking, well, I don't use the stairs that much anyway. And that's fair. But even if you're only going up or down once a day, or just on laundry day, it's still worth making them safe, because that one time is all it takes. Here's something I like to remind folks of. Safety isn't about living in fear. It's about designing your life to support where you are now and where you're going. That's not giving up your freedom. That's protecting it. And that brings me to something a little different. Not a physical modification like adding a rail or a mat, but a mindset shift. One that's just as important as anything you can hammer into the wall. Because even after making your home safer, there's one more key part to this picture. And that's how you use the space you've created. Take the time to move intentionally. Slow down just a little when getting out of bed. Hold that handrail every time, not just when you feel unsteady. Turn on the lights before walking down the hall. These tiny habits, built into the foundation of a safer home, can mean the difference between a peaceful day and a painful accident. You see, making these modifications isn't just about preventing injury. It's about giving yourself the confidence to live fully, to keep doing what you love without second-guessing whether your home is working against you. One of my neighbors, a man named Harold, made a few of these changes last year after he slipped coming out of the shower. Nothing major happened, thank goodness, but it shook him up. His daughter helped him add grab bars and brighter lighting. They put in stair treads and removed a couple rugs he kept tripping over. And you know what he told me a few months later? I don't feel nervous in my own house anymore. That's what it's about. Because when you don't have to worry about falling, you stand a little taller. You move with more ease. You enjoy your mornings, your evenings, your everyday routines, without that little voice in the back of your mind saying, be careful, and you deserve that. You've built a life, you've made a home, and now you have the chance to make it support you in this next beautiful chapter. Not by changing everything, just by making smart, thoughtful adjustments that give you peace of mind and freedom. That's the heart of it all. We're not trying to make your home into a medical facility, we're just making it safer, smarter, more responsive to where you are in life and how you want to live it. These aren't sacrifices, they're upgrades, they're gifts you give yourself and the people who care about you. Because when they know you're safe, they rest easier too. So we've covered quite a few changes already. Simple things like clearing your floors, improving your lighting, adding grab bars, and securing those stairs. Each one might seem small on its own, but together, they create a powerful layer of protection, a home that works with you, not against you. And we're not quite done yet. There's still one more powerful change you can make to prevent accidents and support your health and freedom well into your later years. One more powerful change you can make to prevent accidents and support your health and freedom well into your later years. And it's one that a lot of people overlook until it becomes a problem they wish they'd thought about sooner. I'm talking about your seating, specifically the chairs and sofas you use every single day. Now, you might not think of a chair as something that could cause an accident, but here's the thing. Getting in and out of low or soft furniture becomes a lot more difficult as we age. What used to be a simple movement, sitting down or standing up, can become a source of strain on your knees, hips, and back. And if that chair is too deep or too low to the ground, it can feel like you're sinking into a hole every time you sit. Getting up, that's even harder. I've heard stories, maybe you have too, of folks who got stuck in a low couch and had to call for help. Or worse, they tried to muscle their way up, lost their balance, and ended up falling. And it's such a simple thing to fix, really. Just take a look at the chairs you use most often, your favorite armchair, your couch, your dining chairs. Are they supportive? Do they help you sit and stand easily? Or do they make you struggle? A good chair, one designed with support in mind, should have armrests that are easy to grip, a firm seat that doesn't sink in too far, and a height that allows your feet to touch the ground comfortably when sitting. And when you stand up, you should feel like your body is working with the chair, not fighting against it. It doesn't have to look like hospital furniture either. These days, there are beautifully designed, stylish options made with comfort and mobility in mind. No one walking into your home would even know it's a supportive chair, but you'll know every time you sit and stand without a second thought. This is one of those changes that doesn't just improve safety, it actually makes your everyday life feel better, more comfortable, more manageable. Because if you're not bracing yourself every time you stand up, That's one less strain on your joints, one less moment of worry, one more bit of energy saved for the things you really enjoy. And while we're at it, let's not forget your bed. A bed that's too low or too soft can be just as much of a challenge. If you have to roll or rock your body just to get out of it in the morning, that's a signal your bed may not be working for you anymore. Think about a firmer mattress, a sturdy bed frame at a good height, and maybe even a grab bar near the bedside if your balance isn't what it used to be. All of these things, your chairs, your bed, your bathroom, your lighting, your stairs, they come together to shape how you move through your day. And what's incredible is how a few thoughtful changes can transform not only your home, but the way you feel inside it. You start to move with more confidence. You stop second-guessing every step. You relax, knowing your environment is supporting you rather than putting you at risk. And that's not just a physical change, that's an emotional one too. There's something powerful about knowing your space is truly yours, that you've shaped it to meet your needs today, not the needs you had 20 years ago. That kind of self-respect and forward thinking. That's how we age with dignity. That's how we stay independent. I know making changes can feel a little overwhelming at first. Maybe there's a part of you thinking, I don't want to admit I need grab bars, or I've had this furniture forever. And I get it. But here's the truth, modifying your home isn't about weakness. It's about strength. It's about being wise enough to care for yourself now so you can keep doing the things you love later. You've worked hard to build a life, and your home should help you keep living it fully and safely. Whether that means dancing in the kitchen, enjoying your morning coffee in peace, or simply walking from your bedroom to the bathroom without worrying about a fall. And if you've already started thinking about making one or two of these changes, good for you. That's a huge step. And if you haven't yet, now is a perfect time. You don't have to do everything all at once. Start with one thing. Maybe it's the bath mat, maybe it's the handrails on the stairs, and build from there. Every small improvement adds up to a safer, more supportive space. And I want to leave you with this. You are not alone. There are millions of people just like you, smart, thoughtful, and ready to take control of their well-being, who are making these changes and discovering just how empowering it feels. This isn't about getting older, this is about getting wiser, living better, staying independent, not by chance, but by choice. So take a look around your home today, not with worry, but with curiosity. Ask yourself, what can I do to make this space love me back? And then do it, bit by bit, step by step. You've earned that safety, that comfort, and that peace of mind. If this video resonated with you, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Have you made any changes in your home that helped you feel safer or more independent? Share them in the comments below. You never know who might benefit from your story. And if you found this helpful, go ahead and click the like button. It really helps more people see this kind of content. And if you want more videos like this, tips, insights, and inspiration for living your best life after 65, hit that subscribe button and join the community. You've got so much life ahead, and it's yours to live fully, safely, and with joy. So here's to you, to your home, your health, and your happiness. You've got this.